Hi guys, how's it going? How's things? So, have a couple things. First thing I want to do is show you guys these journals that I finished yesterday, and I wanted to also talk about a couple other things. Um, so these are I had these pharmacy boxes that I actually had purchased from Louise. Oh, I don't remember how long ago, but it's been almost a year ago, I guess. Um, these are some of the smaller ones. So you can see, you know, these were, these are the small ones, and these were the larger ones that I bought from her. Okay, so I had used some of these as, bits of like ephemera and whatnot in other journals, um, but I've been hanging on to these larger ones. This is kind of what I've been wanting to do with them. So anyway, so what I did was I basically just disassembled them into like 4 panels. So there's 8 of them altogether. And by the way, they are listed on Etsy as we speak. And I've been wanting to make some like sketchbooks and just use like really nice paper and, watercolor paper and mixed media paper and ledger paper and, like um, pastel paper, like some Canson paper and stuff that I have. And put them together into sort of a like different sections for different types of paper, and this was really a good opportunity to do that. So what they are basically like a traveler's notebook sort of style. So I just made the cover using those boxes, and then the box panels are attached to some heavy duty craft paper, and just made like a 1 inch spine using the craft paper. So they measure about 8 1/4 by 5 by about an inch and an eighth, something like that. um okay, let me slow down here. Um, so just to kind of describe from the outside in, each one of them has a different charm on it. I just use like some kind of really pretty sort of, um, you know, piece of like junk jewelry or something like that, or some charms that I've picked up along the way. I love these little metal flowers. This was a necklace that I think Livy sent me, and I took it apart and just used 1 or 2 of these little flowers on each one. They're really pretty. They've got little rhinestones in the center. And then I don't remember where these came from, these little brass little name plaque things or whatever. They have a little hole in them. So, and I had like 10 of them. So this was perfect. So I just used those to make the little number plaque for each one, and then attached to a piece of ball chain through the front cover. Okay. So this one has like a honeybee charm, a little metal honeybee charm. I did not spray these with anything. So if that's something that you would like to do, you could definitely do that. I would maybe take the charm off and then just, open it up flat like that and give it a spray of some kind of clear coat or whatever you want to do. Okay. So as you can see, they're bound with elastic. So I didn't stitch the notebooks in. I just used elastic. So there's basically two notebooks that are held in with that elastic. Okay. And then in each of those little notebooks, they're not, the paper's not stitched in, they're just kind of held in place with the elastic. There's pockets on each one. These are made out of, some old green file folders. But each one has a little packet of papers um, that I just cut out of, my collection of paper, artist papers. So these are all like mixed media paper. I can show you what papers basically I used. Hang on just a second. Well, it's not extremely important, but a lot of these are papers that have shown in previous um previous like hauls that I've done. So like this this is Clairefontaine paper, and then some Rembrandt, this gray mixed media paper, and some Fabriano paper. This is not in there. I love this Rembrandt different colored mixed media paper. This is mixed media, and then some Canson watercolor, some Fabriano watercolor, and then I cut up a whole bunch of Arches watercolor paper. I bought a bunch of full sheets of this, and then so I just cut these down. There's some cold press, some hot press, and then I think there's some rough in there too. And then I also added a bunch of pieces of black Stonehenge hot press watercolor paper, and a whole bunch of other watercolor papers and things like that. So just to give you an idea of what kind of paper I put into these, okay? And so as you can see, I cut them down into smaller pieces. So one bundle is all watercolor paper, and the other bundle is all mixed media paper. So I wanted to make sure and kind of keep those separate for you. So the bundle that has the red or the orange paper in it and the green, this is the mixed media paper, okay? And then the other bundle that has a lot of black, you'll be able to tell because it's got that really nice, like rough Arches watercolor paper in it, and it's a little bit thicker too. This is the one that has this is the watercolor papers, okay? And then there's two other notebooks that are held in with using the cover. Okay, so these are removable. One of them is made all out of French ledger paper, and I just thought this would be fun to play around with and use like watercolors on and stuff like that. So, and they're just held together with a piece of elastic. Okay, so these pages are removable, and so that means this notebook is also refillable. So if you wanted to add other papers into this, you could, and take this with you, take this out or whatever. And then it's got a little string closure on it. Okay. Um, or you can just leave it in the book. I used another one of the panels from the box to make these like belly band pieces that these covers slide into. So when you take it out, you kind of have to take the string because it's attached on the back. So you kind of have to, I know it's kind of a hassle, but it's not really that bad, but you kind of have to do like that, and then I have no fingernails, and then grab your string again like that. Okay. So there's that one, and then there's another one in the back that's um that's held in the same way. Okay. And this one it inserts going the same direction. Instead of making it go that way, it would have been kind of like backwards. So I just made it so that you could insert it going the same direction. So anyway, and then this one has like handmade paper in it. It's got some drawing paper, some sketch paper. This is some Canson um, pastel paper, some more handmade paper. Dust on that one. I don't know what that is. Um, and again, these are held in with elastic. So you could, cut these apart, take them apart, do whatever you want to do with the papers. But I just wanted to give you guys a selection of papers from my stash, and I thought this was kind of a fun way to do it. I wanted to make sure I didn't put these papers in the pockets because they all don't fit on one side, and I needed to make sure that I could bundle them up, and then there were some small pieces, and so I didn't want those to start getting lost. I didn't want them to start coming out of the pockets or whatever, and so that's why I just, held them together with a little paper strip. Okay. But anyway, I thought these would be really fun to, collage on or to decorate or whatever. You could add more pockets if you wanted to. You could add your own papers. You could, do all kinds of things with all of these yummy watercolor mixed media drawing papers, and then of course the ledger paper. So, okay. So then, and here's the back. I just did the elastic through the back cover, trying not to, cover up too much of these beautiful boxes. I really love them. Um, and they've all got different signs of wear and aging to them. There's some foxing on most of them. Some of them are, really, really discolored and stuff, which is really cool. So this one is number 5. It's got a little, I think this came from Hobby Lobby, this little compass with a couple of the little flowers. Oh, and these are actually um, attached to the ball chain with a clasp. So you can take that off if you want to, no problem. And of course, there's a little clasp on the ball chain, so you could take that off too if you wanted to. So that's number 5. This one is number 8, and this one has a little, it's got a little locket. It's got a magnet to keep it closed, with some little flowers on it. I think this came from Hobby Lobby too, this little locket. But so that's number 8. This one is number 3 with the bee on it. And then this is is this number 4. This one's got the little beetle or little ladybug with pearls and stuff. It's really pretty. And then this one is number 2, and it's got a little owl with some little rhinestone eyes. Thought it was really pretty. You can see this one's pretty bright. There's not much, well, I guess the back has some discoloration, but and then this one, I put one of my little bells that I made out of bullet shells, little brass bullet casings. Um, and then this one has this really old cross that I got from Rings and Things long time ago. I did a little haul where I was showing you guys some beads and stuff that I had picked up at a local wholesaler that I used to work for. So anyway, I have a few of these little crosses, and so I just put one on this one. And then this one has a little, oh, and that's number 7, by the way, the one with the cross. And then this one is number 6, and this one has a little mermaid on it. Okay. So, like I said, these are all listed in my Etsy shop and available for purchase. So, free shipping in the US. They weigh about a pound and 8 ounces when they're packaged up. So, you know, outside the US, shipping will be, more not free, but probably around $25, something like that. So, okay. And then I just wanted to also let you guys know, in case you haven't noticed in my Etsy shop, I've got like 11 of these left in my shop. These journals that I made quite a long time ago. And, when something's been in my shop for a long time, it kind of goes down the list unless I renew it all the time. It kind of falls down to the bottom of the list of items that I have in my Etsy shop. So if you just go to my Etsy shop, it looks like all I have is digitals, but these have been in there for quite a while. And so I just want to kind of move them out. And so I've marked these all down 40%. So these are all 40% off. Um, and there's a few different sizes. Um, some of them are, the small, this is the largest size, and then this is the smallest size. So these are just some kind of like, what would you call them? These also have the elastic binding, so these are all removable pages. I would call them like flow journals or glue books or something like that. Excuse me. And then there's like 11 of them. Just go check them out. Just wanted to, remind you guys that these were there, in case, you were looking for something else. But and I wanted to let you know I marked them down 40%. So there are some Christmas papers in here, but they're not necessarily like all Christmassy. There's a little bit of Christmas stuff in here, but not a ton. And then there's a big pocket on the back and on the front cover. And then there's just a little bag full of just different little cards and envelopes and little journaling cards and things like that I had in my stash that I'm never going to use. So those are in there. And then there's a little zipper pouch. So you could put little papers or whatever in there. Or you could use it as a pencil pouch, that kind of thing. And then, of course, a larger drawstring bag that I made out of the vintage Canta quilt fabric. Okay. So I just wanted to let you guys know about those. And then also, I am working currently on a collaboration with 5 other lovely ladies. We're going to be making 6 different journals, and each of us will be creating a cover for one of the journals, and then we'll send all, so like this is the book I'm going to use to make my cover out of. And so then I'll send this on to the next person in the collaboration, and then I'll get one in the mail, and I will then make the pages or the signatures for the cover that I get, and so on and so forth. So it'll just go on down the line. But I just wanted to let you guys know that that's something that I'm working on and pretty excited about, and it should be really fun. So when all 6 of these are finished, we do plan to give them away. So we're going to do we'll figure out some way to give them away, like on a live stream or something like that. So it'll be really fun. So that's all I really wanted to mention. I am going to do a live sale with Carla tomorrow on Wednesday. I think tomorrow is Wednesday. Today is the 14th, so hopefully tomorrow is Wednesday the 15th, and starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're wanting to just come and hang out, come and just hang out. I've got some stuff that I'm just kind of de-stashing, and so is Carla. She's got some you know, uh, like vintage fabric stuff that she's destashing and that kind of thing. I've got some old like mixed media stuff that I've made that I think I'd like to let go of. So, and probably some fabric stuff too. But and then I was gonna do like some ledger pages and stuff like that. So anyway, so come hang out with us tomorrow if you're interested in picking up some goodies for not a lot of money. But yeah, check out my Etsy shop for the new journals and also the old journals. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Okay? I love you. All right. Bye for now.